we're back to the hotel lobby because Vera decided to change again.
No, we're just running around with the camera on.
Start recording emergency video.
Welcome to day 16. Today was a little bit cloudy, got cooler, but the sunlight breaks through the clouds. I still like the view, and because today is a little bit cooler and a little bit slower, I think we're gonna grab a cup of coffee, take our Boxster, and go exploring. So we'll shift the schedule around, and today, let's go to Charleston. As soon as we walked outside, you realize, man, it's like 60 degrees. That's chill. Well, pants, you know, no more shirts. It's cold, and the wind is cold. Come on. Maybe it's a good idea that we go into Charleston just because it's gonna be a little bit more sunny there. I think it's the same temperature, but just a little bit nicer with some sunlight. Let's grab a cup of coffee. Let's start the day right and take off. And we're back to the hotel lobby because Vera decided to change again. We'll go to Charleston, I promise. Just give me a sec. Just give her a sec. You can clearly see when you go into Myrtle Beach, left and right there will be shops selling you clothes and different souvenir stuff. I mean, it's just literally on every single corner. But we've been next to the hotel for the past, what, like 40 hours or something, right? And this is like the 5th souvenir shop within, I don't know, half a mile. So they're like everywhere on every single intersection, even if you go outside of the boardwalk. Wow.
A history buff or not, Fort Sumter has a very significant place in American history. The National Park Service does the tours, and our tour guide did an outstanding job explaining a complex chain of events that sparked the Civil War in a simple and straightforward way. We even learned a few things we didn't know before, like the fact that the first casualties of this war actually happened by accident. When you arrive, you have about 1 hour for a tour and to explore the grounds. Besides the guides, there is also plenty of information and historical artifacts in the museum. Definitely check it out. When we were buying tickets to the fort, they had a package offer to add the Boone Hall and farm tour as well, and that's where we're heading next.
right now we're not making any money off of commercial pecans. We're optimistic that maybe in 12 to 15 years we'll have enough mature young trees to do some harvesting. This is sweetgrass. This is what the basket's made out of. Coming up out of these grassy fields in great masses heading south. I swear that looks like it's going to happen, like we're going to have a thunderstorm, but it's not the right temperature for it. It's not, I don't know where all that moisture is coming from. This is where the family hay rides take place every weekend in the month of October. Where the family hay ride goes in, rather. That's the hay ride there. The corn maze is in front of us on the right. Electric fence is protecting some experimental crops here. We've got several different varieties of citrus, a couple of different varieties of peach. Thank you. You brought good weather with you. I appreciate you doing that. Please come back and see us when you don't have to get closed up.
We just took a tour and our tour guide said, hey, we could use a quarter inch of the rain, and out of the blue, here you come. So it was bumpy, dusty, but also cool to see the property real quick. We are running out of time just because they close at 5 and we arrived here at 4:15, and in typical fashion we have to explore in a matter of minutes. So I guess
We'll do our best, guys, to show you everything. I mean, I didn't know how big the plantation is, and it's one of the top sites to see here in Charleston and in South Carolina as well. So if you're planning your vacation, unlike us, make sure to dedicate at least half a day here, if not full day. Because obviously you have several tours and it's not possible to see, you know, anything in half an hour.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock
So-
by the way.
So we're trying really hard.
No, we're just running around with the camera on. So we're leaving Charleston right now, and here's something that I've learned. There's so much history that you cannot really do one day. Well, in one day you won't be able to visit even 2 places, and in reality we went to the second place and we were like 4:15 and they closed at 5, and we're just running around trying to take videos. It just doesn't work. The city got so much history. It's literally one of the oldest cities in the States, so you gotta go and check it out. Cannot be done in one day, and even in 2 days. You might want to go 3 days or more because it's a lot. It's like a week trip. That's where you will have enough time to visit a bunch of places and see pretty much most of it. So what we've learned? Well, the history is a very interesting thing because it's been written by somebody who won the war.
Start recording emergency began.
So you listen to the tour guides, you get an idea what was happening, and to me it was quite impressive.
Yeah, so speaking about it further, obviously there are a lot of events that led to the Civil War, but the official start happened kind of by accident, or at least this is what we've been told or alluded to by our tour guide, because the first two casualties of the war were not intentional kills, they were just accidents, because they happened when the Union forces were peacefully leaving Fort Sumter upon agreement with the Confederates that allowed them to leave. I'm sure that there are a lot of people who are actual history buffs, especially in American Civil War. And even if you are not, I think this is the topic definitely worth researching, because it shaped not only the United States, but also, frankly speaking, the whole world. Because, as you know, wherever the US is going, the whole world is going. Charleston is so rich in history, I didn't even expect it. Just get it from me. Definitely do allow at least a few days, if you're short on time, to get a brief glimpse of everything that happened here. Or if you really can afford to spend, a week in Charleston, spend a week, you will not regret it, because there is so much to do and see in such a small, relatively small area, that I think you learn a lot and you leave with some new information. And I know that Fort Sumter is on, many people's bucket lists, and I think it's definitely worth visiting.
It's a 2-hour drive back to the hotel. We'll be there right around 10 o'clock, and I think it's a wrap for today's episode, unless we're gonna find something else. I know it was bumpy all the way through, and all the footage is gonna be bumpy. I get it, but thanks again for staying with us. We're trying our best, and not always possible to make it smooth or cover everything when you're still limited on time. Yes, I know, I'm on 60-day trip and I'm limited on time. I get it.
Because we cannot afford to go for a 6 months or 1 year journey.
So thanks again for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. I'll see you tomorrow. Here you go again. They closed the road without the signs, and you have to figure it out. So we had to reroute all the way through Canada, then go back to Washington, D.C. Come on.
Take your time. Don't mess it up.
You just said that. That's beautiful.
Around we go.